Our mothership, CNN News 18 proceedings on Firstpost. But every once in a while, we will come in with names that you, Firstpost readers, are familiar with, our columnists, our editors, to give you instant analysis, what Firstpost is known for, on things that are unfolding. Right now, I have Sanjay Singh, a familiar name to all Firstpost readers, and Sreemoy, very prolific writers, both of them, on politics. They are here with me. I just want to start off this discussion with letting the readers know what are the small markers that you should be looking for in the next one or 2 hours, so that you might get a feel of where this election is going. So Sanjay, let's kick it off with you. What are the few things that you will be looking for? You're trained now, you've done many elections. You have pre-election, you have certain ideas of, okay, if this goes this way, I know something is changing. So what are the things that you will look for today in the next 2 hours that might say, oh, something is happening here?
As counting starts, and I don't know whether the constituencies which we call bellwether constituencies are the first one to give us a certain trend as to which direction it is leading. But I would certainly say the elections 2014 are most prominently fought in Bihar, UP and West Bengal. And also would like to see as to if BJP is going to open an account in Kerala. But the constituencies I would particularly look forward is Saharanpur in Western UP that went to poll in first phase. That will give you an idea as to which way, whether this is communally polarized election or is it an election.
Just explain that a bit for our readers.
Because the population percentage, population dynamic is such, electoral dynamic is such, where Muslim population is very vast. Around 45% of Muslim voters are there. And then Congress had fielded Imran Masood, a very prominent Muslim candidate from there, very popular candidate out there. But BSP again has fielded a Muslim candidate, Fazlur Rahman, where Mayawati had said...
but of course, you are saying all this in the context of the Saharanpur riots, right?
Yeah. That is also a part. But then that also gives you a feeling as to which way, whether the polarization factor is actually taking place, like that took place in 2014, like that took place in 2017. Then if you move on from Saharanpur, if we go to east, I would like to see Ghazipur, for instance, where again electoral dynamics is loaded slightly against Manoj Sinha. But if Modi's charisma and the work he has done, that counts. And there again you have large number of Yadav voters, around 3.5 lakh. I have an idea that might breach, and that may be breaching.
So that will be a marker for you to say that, okay, the Modi magic has breached the arithmetic. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, precisely. Then you have Badaयूं, where Dharmendra Pratap, nephew of Mulayam Singh Yadav, is contesting. And against him you have Salim Sherwani of Congress. And Swami Prasad Maurya's daughter from BSP leader who switched over to BJP, his daughter is contesting from there. That again is very critically poised. Then neighboring Kannauj, where Dimple Yadav is in a very, very tight contest, and situation is actually very tight. Then you go to Amethi. Amethi actually is the place this time around you should look forward as to which way it is swinging. Move on to
more in the context of Rahul Gandhi contesting from Wayanad.
Also, people actually, Amethi was a very different experience this time for me, where I actually saw families who have traditionally voted for Congress, families division in preferences of family votes, father voting for somebody, grandfather voting for somebody, daughter, son, wife. Their voting preferences are different.
Now they're changing.
Yeah, actually, democracy in full bloom.
Even in families.
Yeah, even in families, precisely. And Smriti Irani has actually made a dent. She has become a household, plus added to that Modi's charisma and developmental plan. And then move on to Bihar. Patna Sahib is one constituency which people talk about, but I think Patna Sahib is broadly clear. It is loaded heavily in favor of Ravi Shankar Prasad. Shatrughan Sinha, many times MP, will have a very, very difficult situation.
Begusarai then should
be. Begusarai, people actually talked a lot about Begusarai. Kanhaiya Kumar, JNU president, actually contesting there. But I have a feeling that whatever much volume that was talked in television, in print, and
Right.
in digital media actually is not going to be reflected in the actual result.
Okay.
Actual result is going more in a conventional way, like that happened in 2014. Then Patliputra, where Misa Bharati Lalu's daughter is pitted against Ram Kripal Yadav,
Right.
somebody who was long ago with RGB. And from there you actually get a sense as to which way people are going to go.
Okay.
Their mind as
So
to...
let's name the constituencies once again for our readers. You began with Saharanpur.
Yeah, Saharanpur, you have Saharanpur.
Yeah.
You
Watch out for Saharanpur. Yes.
Watch out for Badaयूं, watch out for Kannauj, watch out for Amethi, watch out for Patliputra,
Right.
watch out for Begusarai. These are critical constituencies in the art. Then how can we forget Bhopal?
Yes.
The place where Digvijay Singh is pitted against
Yes,
Sadhvi,
yeah.
Sadhvi Pragya.
Correct.
And don't forget, this is an election which, again, when Modi was saying Ghar Ghar Chaukidar, this time around, all those who said Chaukidar Chor hai had been guarding EVMs. And
Yeah.
Digvijay Singh himself has been a Chaukidar
He was,
guarding EVMs. So that is a very interesting angle, I
Great.
suppose.
So now from individual constituencies, Sreemoy, tell me what are the states or other trends in states that you are looking for. Of course, you live and work out of the hottest state right now, which is West Bengal. So what should we look for from West Bengal, Odisha, and of course Andhra? So what will these suggest?
I think the elections this time are the most interesting bit of election is being fought in the state of Bengal,
Yeah.
because no one really knows which way it is going to go. Until the election campaign started, everyone had a fair bit of idea that the BJP will increase its vote share and there will be a modest rise in its seat share. But as the campaign unfolded, I'm told Mr. Narendra Modi visited 15 out of the 42 constituencies this time in Bengal, which is a huge number, jump compared to 2014.
Correct.
The BJP, and I'm not even considering the constituencies which Amit Shah and other BJP bigwigs had visited. So the amount of resources the BJP pulled in Bengal tells me that the party got very, very good feedback from the people. And don't forget that this happened in the face of administrative obstructionism. A lot of the rallies were not given permission for, the BJP couldn't take out road shows, they were not given permission.
Choppers were not allowed.
Choppers were not allowed to land, and then there was obstructionism at a very petty level, denying them venues, denying them people who can build the stages, so all sorts of things. Despite that, the BJP got a very good response. So I'll be very interested to know what happens there in Bengal. I would mark Bengal this time as the bellwether state, because if BJP breaches Mamata Banerjee's fortress, then I think that BJP is home. Because in UP, even if it obviously probably its numbers will come down because of the Gathbandhan, but even if it does, if it gets, and Bengal is the third largest state in terms of sending MPs to the parliament. So if it can get a fair bit of number there, Amit Shah's target is 23. If it can go close to that target, that will be very interesting. Odisha, of course, is another very interesting state. These two eastern seaboard states have never been BJP's forte.
Yes.
So obviously, when the Hindi heartland, which reached saturation point in 2014, if the BJP were to think about it, and if the numbers would do a correction, and if it were to come down a little bit, where would the BJP get these numbers from this time? So obviously they focused on these two states in a very big way, and I believe that at least in the Lok Sabha constituency, because Odisha is undergoing simultaneous elections,
I would interrupt you there just for one point, which is that West Bengal to me is very, very interesting for one other reason. If BJP can actually do that 23 number that Amit Shah has been talking about for so long, in West Bengal, which was a state completely close to the BJP, then to me it opens the possibility that in UP, which is their state they have been there for a long time now, the equations of that Hindutva or nationalism might actually play out and then beat the caste equation. So that's one other reason why I would watch West Bengal closely. So Naveen, yes, in Andhra too. Andhra is important because state assembly elections and Chandrababu Naidu is fighting for survival there, and these indicators from these states also will tell us which way the nation might be going. So readers, these are the markers. We have given you individual constituencies that you should watch out for, and why West Bengal, Odisha and Andhra elections are important. So watch out for these in the next 2 hours, and you might be able to kind of come to a conclusion much ahead of the final results or trends in deciding which way this election is perhaps headed. Thank you. We'll see you back maybe in an hour's time when things are kind of a little more crystallizing, and we'll try and give you analysis of what's happened in the last 1 hour. Thank you. See you back soon.
Okay.